All right, this is the second method of solving a system of linear equations. The first way we did was graphing, and this way is substitution. They should both give you the same answer. So if you were to graph both of these lines, it should give you the same same solution point as if you solved it using substitution. Okay. The whole goal with substitution is to get one variable by itself. Do you see how here I have y equals? Okay. All I'm going to do is plug this y equals in for this y. So when I rewrite this, it would be 7x minus 2, and in parentheses I have my y, which is 2x minus 4, equals 5. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to solve for my x coordinate. Okay, so I know I need to distribute to both terms, so I have 7x minus 4x plus 8 equals 5. That's plus 8 because it's minus 2x minus 4. So 7x minus 4x is 3x. Plus 8 is equal to 5, and I'm going to go up here because I'm out of room. So if 3x plus 8 is equal to 5, I subtract 8 from both sides, and I have 3x is equal to negative 3. Divide both sides by 3, which makes x equal to negative 1. So in my coordinate of x comma y, I know my x coordinate is negative 1. Okay, I still need my y coordinate, so I'm going to take this value, x is equal to negative 1, and plug it back into one of these equations. It does not matter which one you do. Some of them sometimes are easier than others, but most of the time it does not matter. So right here I'm going to pick the first one, y equals 2x minus 4, and I'm going to plug in negative 1 for x because I just solved that x was equal to negative 1 over here. Okay, and then I evaluate. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 minus 4. So y is equal to negative 6. So my solution to this system is negative 1, negative 6. Oh, I guess I'm recording. I wanted to prove to you that using the Desmos Online Graphing Calculator, that if you were to graph these two lines, you should get the same solution set. So my first equation was y equals 2x minus 4. Okay, and my second equation was, wish I had it in front of me, 7x minus 2y is equal to 5. So 7x minus 2y equals 5. Okay, so if I look on this graph for the point of intersection, looky there. The point in which these, two graphs intersect, ignore that 0, 4, is negative 1, negative 6. All right, let's look at the next example, okay? So same thing here. You want to take y equals 5x, okay, and I'm going to plug y in for y. So if this is y, this is now going to be y. Okay, so it would just be, not write in yellow, it would just be 5x equals 2x plus 3. Subtract 2x to solve, and you get 3x is equal to 3, and x is equal to 1. Okay, so now we've got to plug x is equal to 1 back into one of these equations. Now, one of them is obviously easier than the other. That's the one that I would pick all the time. Okay, so the one that's easier is y equals 5x. So if I plug in 1, it's y equals 5 times 1, and y is equal to 5. So my solution to this system of linear equations is 1, 5. Next one, once again, I need to plug in y for y. So here is y. Y needs to be plugged into, so I have 4x plus 2 times y, which is 1/2 x minus 5, equals 0. So if I distribute this, I have 4x plus 1/2 of 2 is just 1x minus 10 equals 0. I got those two numbers by distributing that 2 to what's inside the parentheses. So then I have 5x minus 10 equals 0. If I add 10 to both sides, I have 5x equals 10. divide both sides by 5, and I have x is equal to 2. Okay, now I need to plug back that 2 to find y, and I'm going to use the y equals because that one looks easier to me. So I have y equals 1/2 of x, which is 2, minus 5. Okay, so 1/2 of 2 is 1, minus 5 would make y equal to -4. So my solution to number 2 is 2, -4. All right, the only thing different about number 3 is we have x equal. So now we're plugging in x for x's. Does not change the process. We are just substituting this x, this equation, in for the x in the other equation. So I have 2x, I mean not write in yellow either. I have 2x plus 4y is equal to -1. I have 2, plug in my x, 5y plus 3 plus 4y is equal to -1. Then I need to distribute. So I have 10y plus 6 plus 4y equals -1. Combine my like terms. Subtract 6 from both sides, and I have 14y equals -7. Divide both sides by 14, and y is equal to -1/2. Now I need to plug y is equal to -1/2 back into one of these equations, and I'm going to do the second one simply because I know easily what 1/2 of 4 is. I don't want to mess with 1/2 of 5 because then you start getting decimals, and I don't want that. Okay, so I'm going to do it up here. 2x plus 4y is -1. I'm going to plug in my y, so I have 2x plus 4 times -1/2 equals -1. So -1/2 times 4 is -2. If I add 2 to both sides, I have 2x is equal to 1, which makes x equal to 1/2. So my solution to this one, I apologize that it's getting messy, is 1/2, -1/2. And you can always check these solutions on your graphing calculator. All you have to do is plug in the two equations and find the point where they intersect. All right, this is a system of equation word problem. These are the ones where I give you a word problem and you have to write the two equations before you can solve them. Okay, so you buy a total of 50 turkey burgers. We're going to set that equal to x, and we're going to set veggie burgers equal to y for $90. So I know the amount of turkey burgers plus the amount of veggie burgers has to be equal, not 50. Oh yes, equal to 50 burgers, okay? This is the amount of burgers, turkey burgers, plus the amount of veggie burgers has to be equal to 50 total burgers combined. Okay, so you pay $2 per turkey burger. So turkey burger, remember, is x. So I paid $2 per turkey burger plus $1.50 per veggie burger, and that is a total spent of $90. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. That would be my system of equations, okay? The total number of turkey burgers plus veggie burgers equals 50 total patties, let's call it. $2 for a turkey burger, $1.50 for a veggie burger is equal to $90 total. Okay, now you need to do substitution on this one. Okay, and that's the method I want you to use. But what you will notice is there is not one equation that is already set up as x equals or y equals. But what you need to know is that you can always add or subtract the same thing to the side of the equation to get x or y by itself. In this case, it truly doesn't matter which one you do. Okay, but if I were to subtract x from both of these sides, y would then be equal to 50 minus x, which would mean I have y solved for, so this y is now going to be substituted in for that y. Okay, so if I solve this, I have 2x plus 1.5 times y, which is 50 minus x, equals 9. All right, now this 1.5 to the 50 and the x. So I would have 2x plus 1.5 times 50 is 75 minus 1.5x is equal to 90. If I combine my like terms, I have 0.5x plus 75 equals 90. Subtract 75 from both sides, and I have 0.5x equals 15. If I divide both sides by 0.5, I get x is equal to 30. Now I need to take this x equal to 30, and I need to plug it back into my equation. It does not matter which one you pick. I have y equals 50 minus x. That's the one I'm going to pick. And y equals 50 minus 30. And y equals 20. So my solution to this inequality is 30, comma 20. I really hope you can hear my dogs in the background. Now the solution to this, if I were to interpret the solution, you all know how much you love and I love to interpret things. This would mean for $90, if I bought a combination of 50 turkey burgers and 50 veggie burgers, that I bought 30 turkey and 20 veggie and only spent $90. The next example says you sell lemonade for $2 per cup and orange juice for $3 per cup. You sell a total of 100 cups for $240. Okay? So here's how I would do this. We're going to set lemonade equal to x and orange juice equal to y. So the amount of lemonade plus the amount of orange juice that I sell 100 cups. Okay, it's $2 per cup of lemonade plus $3 per cup of orange juice is equal to a total of $240. Right? So one of your equations has to be equal to the amount that you sell, and the other has to be equal to the cost and then how much money you make in this case. Once again, there is not a x or y already equal to each other, so you have to change that. If I were to subtract x from both sides, I would just have y equals 100 minus x. And now I am ready to plug in y for y. Okay? So if I write this equation, I have 2x plus 3 in parentheses 100 minus x equals 240. If I distribute this 3, I have 300 minus 3x equals 240. Combine my like terms, 2x minus 3x is negative x. And then I need to subtract 300 from both sides. And I have x is equal to 240 minus 300 is negative 60. But you have to be careful here. This is a negative x. This would be negative x equals negative 60. If you divide both sides by 1, x is equal to positive 60. Okay, that's kind of tricky. Then I need to plug x equals 60 back into this equation. So I have y equals 100 minus 60 and y equals 40. So if I were to, this is my solution, 60-40. If I were to interpret this, if I sold a total of 100 cups and I made $240, I sold 60 cups of lemonade. And that is it. What I want you to be working on right now is the 5.2 homework assignment. It is a green worksheet, and we will go from there.